You know, it's one of those things that there's things that are left unfinished or you want to follow through with. Obviously, the biggest thing would be the selection of a new city manager. We're in that process right now, so I wanted to be part of that decision making to select the best qualified candidate that we can for the city that I'm part of, obviously. So that was one of the big decision makers. I had talked to the family, discussed it. They all agreed that I should run for a second term. So once you have your family on board and giving you that backup, I think moving forward it's a lot easier. It still was difficult. Anytime you go through a campaign, it's difficult. A lot of stressors involved, you know, and the uncertainty of what's before you. But we were successful, and I'd like to thank everybody out there in the public that voted for me. And we have another 4 more years. I almost like to relate that evening to going to a jury trial. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the results are going to be. I don't like looking at the numbers as the numbers were coming in. I could just sense my family and friends that were gathered around me, kind of sense the feeling of if it was good or bad. But it's exciting, obviously. It's very stressful because obviously you've worked already for 4 or 5 months. Very hard. Try to meet as many people as you could. Knock on many doors as you could. When it comes to the culmination of that evening where the votes are counted. So you just hope that your message was well received. Having been here for a long time in the community, a lot of people know me, but I also had to reintroduce myself to a lot of new residents of Burbank. So it comes down to that evening. And once that evening the results are in and the results were positive that we had won, it was a feeling of elation, feeling of, oh, it's finally over, it's good, we look forward to 4 more years. So it was exciting, at the same time it's kind of stressful. The 4 years that I've been on council already, every year we've had to cut the budget. Every year's been a cut. The very first year was $8.5 million. Our former city manager came to me with a budget book and says, congratulations on being elected. Now we have to cut $8.5 million. Welcome to the city council. And that's not a good time to serve. I mean, I didn't come on the council to cut programs or services or positions. You know, I'm looking forward to the time that we can reinstitute some of the programs that we cut. And moving forward, I can see some light at the end of the tunnel. You know, the economy's improving. All the indicators are getting better. So I can see us, Burbank, we were one of the last cities to hit bottom, or so to speak. We're going to be one of the first ones to revive from that. So I can see some light at the end of the tunnel. I see some good things happening for the city of Burbank. Well, one of the biggest challenges would be economic development. We've got to fill up some of these empty spaces, some of these storefronts that are vacant. I just heard today that one of our stores here, a couple of our stores here in Burbank that are under the same umbrella are closing. Whether they reopen under a new name, we're not sure yet, but they're going to be closing here in the near future. So that would be economic development, which is the driving force of the community. You know, with businesses that are vibrant and effective and successful, we succeed. And that's what I've told many of the business owners in the community. If they succeed, we as a city succeed. So it's very, very important that the business community is vibrant and successful and all those vacant storefronts are filled. You know, I just like what people refer to me as a common sense candidate, that I brought common sense to the dais when we discussed issues, that I weighed the issues, listened to staff, listened to the community, and put those two together and came up with the results of what's the best for the community. That's the way I think, and that's how I make my decisions. What's the best for the community moving forward, or any particular issue. But obviously, I've also been referred to as a centennial mayor, And there's, like I've been told, there's only one Centennial mayor, and I happen to be the Centennial mayor. So that's something that I'm very proud of, having been grown up in the community. Obviously celebrated 100 years as the mayor here in the community, so I'm very proud of that. I'm also very proud of what happened at Memorial Field. You know, we had a partnership with the school district, that the city and the school district came together, and we redid the Memorial Field. So it's very nice. I mean, the community loves it. Burbank High School, the field up there was redone as well. So I feel that we're leaving our future in good hands with what we're doing for the community and the kids and the future generation.